making English easy for everyone.
Speak English with Jay and May.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to Speak English with Jay and May, your cozy little place to build your English confidence. I'm May.
Hello, May, and hello, everyone. I'm Jay. How are you today, May?
I'm doing really well, Jay. Actually, I just had the funniest morning. I was in my kitchen making coffee, and I was talking to myself out loud about what I wanted to do today.
Wait, you were talking to yourself? Like just alone?
Yes, and my neighbor heard me through the window and knocked on the door to check if I was okay. She thought I was on the phone with someone upset.
Oh, no. That's so embarrassing. What did you say to her?
I said, "Don't worry, I'm just practicing English." And she looked at me like I was a little crazy. But you know what? That moment is actually perfect for today's topic.
Oh, really? What are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about how to practice speaking English completely alone, just 10 minutes a day, and why it actually works better than most people think.
Oh, I love this topic because honestly, May, so many learners, including me, always say, I have nobody to practice with, right?
Exactly, and that's the biggest excuse I hear. May, I don't have a partner. May, I feel shy. May, I don't know what to say. But here's the truth. You don't need anyone else to start speaking today.
Wow, okay. But wait, talking to yourself, doesn't that feel a little weird?
It feels super weird at first. I remember when I first started doing it, I felt so silly. I would look around to make sure nobody could hear me.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. Like, what if someone hears me making mistakes?
I know, but here's the thing. When you're alone, there's no pressure, no judgment, no one laughing at your mistakes. It's actually the safest place to practice.
I never thought about it that way. So speaking alone is actually a good thing?
It's not just good, it can be a total game changer. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in just 10 minutes a day.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
So first, let me ask you something, Jay. When you learn a new English word or phrase, what do you usually do with it?
I write it down? Or maybe I remember it in my head?
Right, most people do that. They study the word, they understand it, but they never say it out loud. And that's the problem.
Oh, so just knowing a word isn't enough?
Not at all. Think about it like driving a car. You can read a book about driving, how to use the wheel, the brakes, the gear, but until you actually sit in the car and drive, you don't really know how to do it.
Oh, that's such a good example. So speaking out loud is like actually getting in the car.
Exactly. Your mouth, your tongue, your brain, they all need to work together. And the only way to train them is by actually speaking. Not just thinking, not just reading, speaking.
Okay, so how does this 10-minute practice actually work? Like, what do I do?
Great question. So let me break it down simply. The 10 minutes is divided into 3 small parts, and each part has a purpose.
Okay, I'm listening.
The first part is 2 minutes of warm-up talking. You just talk about your morning. What did you eat? How do you feel? What's the weather like? Simple, easy stuff.
Oh, like just describing my day?
Yes, just like you're telling a friend about your morning. I woke up at 7. I was really tired. I had rice and eggs for breakfast. That's it. Nothing complicated.
That sounds really easy, actually. I could do that.
And that's the point. The warm-up is not about being perfect. It's about waking up your speaking muscles. You know, like stretching before exercise.
Oh, like a speaking warm-up. I like that idea.
The second part, this is my favorite, is 5 minutes of topic talking. You pick one simple topic and you talk about it alone for 5 minutes.
Wait, 5 whole minutes? Just me talking alone? That sounds kind of scary.
I know, but here's the interesting part. Most people think they can't talk for 5 minutes, but when they try, they actually surprise themselves.
Really? Like, what topics do people choose?
Anything. My favorite food, a movie I watched, my hometown, if I could travel anywhere. Really simple, everyday topics.
Oh, okay. So I don't need to talk about something serious or complicated?
Never. Keep it fun, keep it personal. The goal is fluency, not perfection. And fluency means speaking without stopping every 2 seconds.
You mean like speaking smoothly, even if I make small mistakes?
Yes, small mistakes are totally fine. Native speakers make mistakes too. The important thing is to keep going. Don't stop, don't restart, just keep talking.
That's actually really freeing to hear, because I always stop myself when I make a mistake.
That habit, stopping yourself, is actually one of the biggest things that slows learners down. And solo practice helps you break that habit because there's no one to impress.
Wow, okay. So what's the third part of the 10 minutes?
The last 3 minutes are for reflection. You ask yourself, what words did I use well? What words did I forget? What do I want to say better next time?
Oh, so it's like a mini review after the practice?
Exactly. And this is where the real learning happens, because you start to notice your own patterns, like, I always forget the word for this thing, or I always mix up these 2 words.
I never thought about reviewing my own speaking like that.
Most people don't, but it's so powerful. You become your own teacher.
Okay, wait, May, this all sounds good, but I have a question. When I'm talking alone, I often just stop. My mind goes blank. What do I do then?
Oh, this is where things get really helpful. Going blank is totally normal. Every learner goes through this. Even fluent speakers go blank sometimes.
Even fluent speakers?
Yes, and you know what fluent speakers do when they go blank? They use filler phrases. Things like, well, let me think. Or, that's a good question. Or, actually, what I mean is...
Oh, so those little phrases give you time to think?
Exactly. They're like little bridges. They keep the conversation, even a solo one, moving forward while your brain catches up.
You mean like buying time with words?
Yes, perfectly said. Buying time with words. I love that. And the more you practice alone, the more natural those bridges become.
Okay, that actually makes me feel so much better because I always thought going blank meant I was bad at English.
No. Going blank just means your brain is working hard. It's not a sign of failure, it's a sign that you're pushing yourself.
Wow, I really needed to hear that today.
Now, here's something really cool. There's actually a name for talking to yourself to practice. It's called self-talk, and researchers have studied it, and guess what they found?
What?
People who use self-talk to practice, in any skill, not just language, they improve faster than people who only study silently.
Wait, seriously? Just talking to yourself makes you improve faster?
Yes, because speaking activates a different part of your brain than reading or writing. When you speak out loud, your brain makes stronger connections to the words. It's like the words go from short-term memory to long-term memory.
Oh, wow. So it's not just about the mouth, it's actually changing the brain.
Exactly. You're literally rewiring your brain every time you speak out loud, even alone.
That's kind of amazing, honestly.
And here's something I want you to imagine. Imagine 2 students. Both study English the same amount every day, but student A only reads and writes. Student B does the same studying plus 10 minutes of solo speaking practice.
Okay, I'm imagining it.
After 3 months, who do you think speaks more confidently?
Student B, obviously.
Every single time, because student B has trained the speaking muscle. Student A knows a lot of English, but it stays stuck inside. Student B can get the words out.
That's such a clear picture. I feel like I've been student A for too long.
Most of us start as student A. The good news is you can become student B starting today, literally today.
Okay, but May, I want to ask something that I think a lot of listeners are thinking. What if I practice wrong? Like, what if I keep repeating the same mistakes alone and no one corrects me?
Ooh, that's such a smart question. And honestly, this is where things change completely from what most people think.
What do you mean?
So, yes, it's true. If you just speak randomly with no awareness, you might repeat some mistakes. But remember that third part, the reflection time?
Oh, the mini review at the end.
Yes, that's your correction time. You can also record yourself, even just on your phone, and listen back. You'll catch so many things you didn't notice while speaking.
Oh, recording myself. I never thought of that. But wait, wouldn't that feel really awkward?
It feels so awkward at first. I remember the first time I recorded my own voice, I listened back and thought, is that really what I sound like?
Yes, I feel like that every time. My voice sounds so different in a recording.
Everyone feels that way. But after a few times, you get used to it. And the feedback you get from listening to yourself is incredible. You start to hear exactly where you pause too much, where you rush, where you mumble.
Okay, so recording yourself is like having a free coach.
A free coach who is available 24 hours a day and never judges you.
Okay, I need that coach in my life.
And here's one more idea that I really love. Use a mirror.
A mirror? Like looking at myself while I talk?
Yes, it feels strange, but it's so powerful. When you look in the mirror, you see your facial expressions, your mouth movement, your body language. Speaking is not just sound, it's also physical.
Oh, I never thought about the physical side of speaking.
Confident speakers use their face, their hands, their eyes. When you practice in a mirror, you naturally start to do the same. You become more expressive.
Wow, so speaking alone with a mirror actually helps you look and sound more confident.
Both at the same time. It's like a 2-for-1 deal.
I love a good deal.
You won't believe what happened next with one of my students. Let me tell you this quick story.
Oh, yes, tell me.
I had a student. Let's call her Lily. She was so scared to speak English. Every time she had to talk in class, she would freeze. Her face would go red, her mind would go blank.
Oh, no, I know that feeling.
So I told her, just 10 minutes every morning, before work, before anything, just talk to yourself about anything. Your coffee, your plans, a dream you had, anything.
And did she do it?
She did, for 30 days straight. And you know what happened at the end of 30 days?
What?
She called me and she said, May, I was in a meeting at work. My manager asked me a question in English in front of everyone, and I just answered, naturally, without freezing.
Wow, just from 10 minutes a day at home?
Just 10 minutes a day, that's all, because she had practiced so many times alone that her brain didn't panic anymore. The words were already trained to come out.
That story actually gave me goosebumps a little.
It gave me goosebumps too when she told me, because it shows that confidence in speaking doesn't come from being brave, it comes from being prepared.
Oh, that's so good. Confidence comes from being prepared. I want to remember that.
Write it down. Okay, now let's do our vocabulary moment, because we used some really great phrases today that I want to make sure everyone remembers.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, phrase number 1, speaking muscle. This means your ability to speak, like a muscle in your body. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Oh, like, I need to train my speaking muscle every day, just like going to the gym.
Perfect. Phrase number 2, going blank. This means your mind suddenly has no ideas or words. Your brain just stops.
Like, I went blank during my job interview and completely forgot what I wanted to say.
Exactly. We've all been there. Phrase number 3, filler phrases. These are small words or sentences you say to give your brain time to think, like, well, or, let me think, or, actually, what I mean is,
Like, when I didn't know the answer, I used a filler phrase like, that's a great question, to give myself a second to think.
classic move. Phrase number 4, self-talk. This means talking to yourself out loud on purpose to practice or think through something.
Like, I use self-talk every morning to practice my English before work.
Beautiful. And the last one, phrase number 5, rewiring your brain. This means changing how your brain thinks or reacts, usually through repeated practice or new habits.
Like, practicing English every day is slowly rewiring my brain to think in English naturally.
Wow, Jay, that was a great sentence. See, you're already doing it.
Maybe all this talking is working.
It absolutely is. Okay, so let's bring everything together before we close.
Yes, let's do a quick summary.
So today, we talked about how to practice speaking English alone in just 10 minutes a day. Part 1, 2 minutes of warm-up, talking about your morning or your day. Part 2, 5 minutes of topic talking, about any simple subject you enjoy. Part 3, 3 minutes of reflection, reviewing what went well and what you want to improve.
And we also talked about using filler phrases when you go blank, recording yourself to catch mistakes, and even using a mirror to practice your expressions.
Yes, and the big lesson today, confidence in speaking does not come from being naturally brave. It comes from practice, quiet, consistent, daily practice.
Even alone, even in your kitchen, even if your neighbor thinks you've gone a little crazy.
Especially in your kitchen, because that's where the real practice happens.
I love today's episode so much. I feel genuinely motivated to start my 10 minutes tomorrow morning.
Don't wait until tomorrow, try it tonight, even just 2 minutes before bed. Just talk about your day in English. That's enough to start.
Okay, you heard her, everyone. Tonight, 2 minutes. Let's go.
And now, here's our question for you today, English learners. We want to hear from you. Where do you usually practice English alone? Is it in the shower, in the car, in the kitchen like me? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one.
Yes, we love hearing your stories. And if today's episode helped you, please subscribe to Speak English with Jay and May so you never miss a single daily episode. We are here every day, just for you.
Every single day, because your English journey doesn't take a day off, and neither do we.
That's so true. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, 10 minutes a day really can change everything. We'll see you in the next episode.
See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye!